Hey, what's up guys? It's Sabrina from Princess Tutorials and this is Luna. Say hello. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing an eyebrow tutorial, if you can't tell from the title of this video. Now when I first started doing makeup, which was a few years ago, maybe like 2012, I only did some foundation and mascara. That was pretty bad itself. But when I first started doing my eyebrows, the newest makeup trend was thick eyebrows. Now, as you can tell from my eyebrows currently in its natural state, they're like medium. They're not too small or too big. But since the trend was thick eyebrows, I wanted thick eyebrows. So I got them. Here are a few examples of my deepest regrets. Now the brush I've been using to do my eyebrows has kind of stayed the same. Currently I use the Sephora dual-ended precision brush in 20. The product that I use has almost stayed the same too. I've used the Anastasia pencil first, but then I moved on to the DipBrow because the pencil was not giving me enough thickness. And since I was new at makeup, I wasn't really that good at penciling natural eyebrows. So I went with the easiest option, was just to pack on a whole lot of DipBrow and just create a really big brow. Now for this tutorial, I'm gonna get up close and personal so you can see the details and follow in my steps with your eyebrows. Currently, the color I use for my DipBrow is in the pomade color Blonde. Now, I switched to blonde thinking that I should go lighter because I dyed my hair. Before, I used to use my root color for my eyebrows, and that was obviously not the best color because I chose chocolate out of all colors, and I thought that was the best color match. I was wrong. So now, if I was to dye my hair back to my roots, I will continue using blonde. I just thought it was too light for me, but once you put it on, it's basically the color of my roots. Now to begin this tutorial, I'm going to take the angled side of my Anastasia brush, my Sephora brush, and just do a couple swipes into the DipBrow, not too much, because it's gonna look thick and we don't want that. Now, as you can see, I have marks on my undid eyebrow. Now, you've been asking yourself, why do I have those marks? Well, I'm going to show you right now how to create your eyebrow based on your facial features. So, with your angled brush, I already have some product on. You're going to follow the nose to the corner of your eye and make a mark. This is where the tail end of your eyebrow should end. So follow your nose to this end of your eye, and that angle should give you the tail of your brow. For the front of your brow, you're gonna take angle from here to here, like this, rest it on your nose, go up, and you make your first mark for the beginning of your brow. Now this can be blended in later, so don't worry about it. Now for your arch, you're gonna wanna go against this angle, like we did for the tail, but not so much this way. You're gonna follow the angle of the end of your iris. So you're gonna go like this, looking into a mirror. Hold on. Like that. And make a mark. And then you connect all your points, like I'll show you in the rest of the video. Now with the angled side of the brush, I'm going to take the product and start from here and just outline the whole bottom of my brow, but staying away from here to here because that's the one part that we want blended. So let's go do that. I'm just going to lightly put the product Any mistakes you make, we can clean it up with concealer later. Now for me, I like a really long tail. I don't know why they call it tail, that's like so weird. Tail of my eyebrow. But if you don't, you can always cut it short. Now remember how I said to leave this part blank? You're gonna take the brush side of your brush and just blend it forward. We're gonna put more product here later, but only a little bit, so we can connect the brows together. Now I'm just dipping a little bit more into the pomade, and I'm going to fill in a little bit of the gaps. So right about now, you should start to see the shape of your brow coming together, but I don't like how dark it is, so I'm going to blend it away with the spoolie. That looks good. So again, I'm gonna take a little bit more on the angled brush. And now I'm going to create my arch. I typically like to go here and curve it slightly to the tail end of my brow. Sometimes I do make the mistake of making the curve a little bit too big, but like I said, we can clean it up with concealer later. I'm just gonna brush a little bit, not too much, because I know the product will waste away if I brush too much. Like this. Now I still have some product left on my brush, so now I'm gonna create the top of my brow. So leaving this area blank, I'm gonna start right around here and connect these two together. I'm gonna flip it because there's more product on this side and start from here towards the front. Blending it again. And just putting a little bit more product into this little space that I missed. Okay, now we have sort of our shape. Now, there's still leftover product. Now we're just going to create a line, connecting all the product together so that it becomes visible. And then another line on top, so we know where to conceal. Now again, I'm going to brush up and then into the brow. Now usually around this time, I would like to go over my pomade with the Anastasia Brow Pro palette in the same color as my pomade blonde, and just go over what I did with some powder to make sure I didn't leave any gaps. Okay. Now, once you're pretty happy with your brow, you can start to conceal. Now for concealer, I like to use the Master Conceal by Face Studio or Maybelline in the color 20 Light. I've actually used this in my previous video, and I swear it's my favorite concealer. Now, usually for my concealer, I like to use a brush that is flat, but I can't find that one. So I'm just gonna use this random concealing brush that is actually curved, and we can conceal our brows. Now this, I think I've got it from Wish, so I don't think there's an actual company, and I doubt I'm gonna find a link since I have this for like 4 years. So right now I'm gonna take the concealer and just put about that amount. We could always wipe it off later. Take some on our brush, like that, and then conceal our brows. And then conceal our brows. Okay, so first I'm going to conceal this part of the brow. You're gonna go up to the brow, but not touching the brow, if you get what I mean, because we're gonna blend it out. And by blending, it goes into the product. So just conceal around the brow. Trust me, it took me a long time to figure out the proper way of doing my eyebrows for my shape. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit more product and I'm gonna move in towards the front, creating a sharp, clean line. And then taking some of the product down. Like this. I'm actually gonna thin it up a little more because I don't like how thick it is in the front. I say like this. Picking up some more product, we're going to clean up the top of our brow. Now, like I said before, I didn't like how big it was, or I would make the mistake of making the curve of my brow too thick, so I just thinned this part out a little more. And then again for the top of the brow. I don't like too much of a pointy arch, so I like to soften it a little more. And then just blend the concealer into the front of the brow. Going a little bit into the front. Now with a clean blending brush, I'm going to use this Ulta Beauty brush. I'm not sure what number it is, I just found it at Ulta Beauty. And I'm just going to blend the concealer into the lid. Blending your concealer will most definitely conceal any lines you've made or any imperfections. Then blending the curve with the arch. And then the top. And then into the front. Now, if there's anything I want to fix, I can just go in, like right here is missing some product, and just bring the front out a little more. And then brush the hairs in place. Now what I like to do is take a champagne-y highlighter and just highlight this brow bone. So for highlight, I'm going to use the Anastasia Amerzy highlighter. Yeah, and take that on a Sephora eyeshadow brush, this, and then just highlight the brow bone. So this is the end of this tutorial. So if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, make sure you leave them in the comment section below. Now, before we end this video, I want to make sure that you're subscribed and you like this video, and I'll see you in my next YouTube video. Peace.